Hello YouTube, welcome to Peaceful Viking Travels. My name is Nick and I am the Peaceful Viking. So it's been a little while since I shot a video, and that is again due to time constraints. I've been running, I've been driving. I've been out on my own now for almost 3 months, and I haven't had a single day that I didn't pick up a load, deliver a load, or drive a load across the country. That's a long time without a day off, and that's okay because I enjoy it. But it does get tiring. So I promised you guys a video yesterday, and I didn't quite get it shot. Not because I was driving or being lazy, but I made a big change, a big change in my life yesterday. It was part of the plan all along, and I wasn't sure when it was going to happen, but it happened yesterday. So you remember a couple months back, or about a month and a half ago, I went on a recovery and recovered a truck that a guy had taken home and quit, and decided not to bring back to Springfield. And the truck that I happened to go and get was exactly the truck that I wanted to keep. And I shot a video about it, and it was almost brand new. I believe the truck had about 17,000 miles when I picked it up. And I came back to Springfield and I told him I wanted to have that truck. I wanted it to be mine. I was not happy with the truck that I was in as a company driver. That truck had been owned or run by somebody else. It had, I want to say 198,000 when I got it. And whoever had it before, he liked drilling holes and stuff. So there was holes in the doors, there was holes in the cabinets, there was holes in the dash where he had taken switches out and not replaced them. There was a little bit of exterior damage that made it look like I had done that damage, and I don't hit stuff. So I just wasn't real happy with that truck. It also had a 10-speed transmission, and it didn't pull hills very well. And in trucking, pulling a big load up a hill is a big deal. So I told them I wanted the truck, and they told me I had to lease it. The problem was that in order to become a lease operator at this company, you have to have 60 days as a company driver. So I was about 2 weeks from that. So I went back out in my original truck, and it took a bit more than the 6 weeks because, you know, I'm just yesterday, I'm proud to tell you that I leased this truck. So I have a lease on this truck for the next 5 years. And 5 years from now, I can hand them $2,500 and they'll hand me the title to this truck. Now, that means that I own that truck, that this truck will be mine. I don't know if we'll go to that point because there's another option, and it's called lease flipping. In like 3 years, I can turn this truck in and get another brand new truck that still has a warranty on it. That's got all the newest technology, and technology changes in these trucks just like it does in our household equipment. So I might do that. We'll see. The nice thing about this lease is it's a walk-away lease, which means at any point in time I can bring this truck back into Springfield, I can hand them the keys and walk away clean. It doesn't mess up my credit. The biggest thing with being a lease operator is that I'm responsible for everything on this truck now. If it needs a tire, I've got to pay for it. I have to pay for all the maintenance, the oil changes, the brake repairs. Anything that goes wrong on the truck, I have to pay for if it's not covered by warranty. So that's a big responsibility. I also have to pay for all the fuel on all the loads that I run from now on. Whereas a company driver, they covered all that. I have to pay for all my tolls. It's a huge amount of money going out, on top of the fact that I have a lease payment every week and I have fixed costs I have to pay every week. These numbers are staggering, and most people are like, there's no way you'd ever make any money doing this. And the truth of the matter is, I'm going to make more money now than I was as a company driver, and I was already doing kind of okay as a company driver. My lease payment every week is $995. my fixed costs are a little over $300 every week. So you're talking right in that little over $1,300 a week that I'll be paying out to operate this truck. The difference being that I will probably generate anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 a week in revenue as long as I'm running hard like I have been. So you're going to take that $5,000 or $6,000, you're going to take that $1,300 out, and then you're going to take out whatever's left. You're going to take out another 10 cents a mile goes to a maintenance fund that basically is like a bank account. So every mile I run, I put 10 cents in there. So when I need tires, I don't have to come out of pocket for them. I can come out of that maintenance fund. I also have what's called a voluntary reserve fund. That's like an interest-free bank account. And I'm also putting 10 cents a mile into that. And that money is my money. I can just use it for whatever. If I need to go to the doctor, or if I'm going to be off the truck for a week, if the truck's not moving, it's not making any money, I still got to make that payment that week. So I'll use that money to make those payments when I go on home time. Speaking of which, I'm going on home time Monday. I have a load inbound here to Springfield now. Should be here sometime today. I probably won't roll out of here with it today. Maybe not till tomorrow, or maybe Monday morning. We'll see. Because it doesn't deliver until 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. 9 or 10 o'clock on Monday. It delivers in Minooka, Illinois, and I'm going on my home time in Illinois. I'm going to see my brother Eric and Tara, his wife, and my nephew Jackson. I'm going to see Libby and her son Jonathan, and a couple other special people I want to kind of run into and say hi to them. And I'm excited about getting out of the truck for a little while. Be off the truck for maybe about 4 or 5 days. Which, if you've been in the truck nonstop for 6 months, that seems like an eternity. But yeah, so yesterday I signed my lease, which means I'm a business owner. I work for myself. I get to pick and choose some of the loads. Before, as a company driver, they dispatch you. You can't say no. If you say no, it's a bad deal. And I did say no on a load, and it was a bad deal. But I'm not going to drive in New York and New Jersey probably ever again. That's just not for me. I would rather be running mountains in snow and ice than driving around the people in that part of the country. The roads there are not designed for big trucks, and it's a nerve-wracking situation when you're on that side of the country. So it's just not for me. I'm a Western kind of guy. I like running out west, and that's what I'm going to do. I'll get to kind of pick and choose my loads a little bit, because now, instead of everything being paid by the mile, it's about, I make 70% of whatever that load pays, which is pretty good. From what I've been told by the rest of the lease operators that work with this company, I've talked to a bunch of them. Both of my trainers were lease operators. Speaking of which, let me get him back on the camera here. I did shoot a video and somehow I hit a button and it disappeared. But this guy right here, that's Robert Compton. Robert was my first trainer here at Wilson Logistics. I went out with Robert for 2 weeks, and he taught me how to back the truck, and he taught me what it was going to take to pass my CDL. So I took Robert out to breakfast this morning because I owe that man a lot. And he's a cool cat. I like hanging out with Robert. So my truck actually matches Robert's truck. My other trainer was Carlos Villarreal, and I spent 2.5 months with Carlos. Another good dude. I got super lucky in the trainer department, and these guys made me ready, but they're both lease operators. So a lot of the stuff I was learning with them didn't apply to me being a company driver, but it was super beneficial now that I'm a lease operator. I was super beneficial that Carlos would actually show me his statements. He was showing me what we were making on a run, so I could see how that money built up. And I'm super thankful for both these guys. I owe my success to them. And Robert was helping me. I'm going to post a picture on Facebook later. Robert was helping me do some little stuff on the truck and giving me some little advice. He's always, both those guys are always around when I need them and when I have a question. Doesn't matter what it's about. if it's about a shipper or receiver, if it's about a truck stop I've never been to, if it's about how to make the money work, these guys are on top of it and they always help me out. So definitely guys that I'm always going to keep in contact with. Super lucky to have those guys. This is the truck, the exact truck that I brought back from Florida. They held it for me. It needed the bunk heater fixed, which they fixed, but they didn't put the TV and satellite in. I was going to try to hang out here in Springfield until they got that taken care of. But if the truck ain't moving, we ain't making money, and I'm not about to miss my first home time. So I'm going to roll out of here probably without the TV and satellite. So we're going to be Netflixing it again, which is fine. I do watch a lot of Netflix, watch a lot of YouTube videos anyway. But increased my space in the truck, and it's brand new. There's no holes drilled in anything. And anything I put in here, I put in here. So I'm excited about that. It's exciting to be a business owner. It's exciting to be your own boss. And I really am my own boss now. You know, they're not going to tell me when the truck needs an oil change. I tell me when the truck needs an oil change. They're not going to tell me, you know, when the truck needs washed. Because I'm going to pay for those washes. And I was washing my other truck pretty regularly. I'm not going to lie. They would allow us 2 washes a month at a Blue Beacon. And then if we go through a Prime terminal, the washes are only $10. So if I go past a Prime terminal, the truck's getting washed, especially in the winter. The wheels on this truck are nice and shiny, and we're going to keep them that way. We're going to keep this truck looking good. I'm pretty meticulous about keeping the inside clean anyhow. But it's got a little bit bigger bed. Bed's a little bit wider. You know, if I ever actually end up with somebody who wants to roll with me as a couple, I got room in the bed for 2 of us now. If not, if any of my friends or family, if you want to come out and see the country and kind of see the trucker lifestyle, if you're interested in going into trucking, I cordially invite you to come and you can ride with me. And I'll cover there's a 20, I think it's like $23 a week insurance fee for me to have a rider. I'll cover that fee, just so you can see how this lifestyle is, and it ain't for everybody, but if you're interested in it, and I know I got a couple people who've hollered at me about going into trucking and asked me some questions. If any of those people want to come out and ride and see what it's really about and see what the work that we do is, you're more than welcome to come. In this truck, I actually have the biggest sleeper you can get. So the top bunk is as big as the bottom bunk. So there's plenty of room up there for somebody to come roll with me. The cool thing about getting to my 60 days and getting to lease my truck is I can get a dog now. So my future daughter-in-law, Miss Chloe Walker, who's going to become Miss Chloe Marsh, is I'm gonna turn to her and see if maybe she'll help me find the right rescue dog. I'm gonna be a little bit picky about what I get, because I don't want too big, don't want too small. I don't want it shedding all over my truck. We'll figure something out. So we're gonna have to do some breed searching and figure something out. But we're gonna get a little rolling companion in here. So yeah, it's been an exciting couple days. It was a hard couple days. You wouldn't think, if you live in 40 square feet, that it would take you hours and hours and hours to move. But when you've got to put stuff down out of a big truck and then put it back up into a big truck, it was a lot of work. On top of the fact that it was raining and sleeting all day yesterday. It was miserable. It was the worst day to do it. Today it's cold out, but the sun's shining, so I'm not really worried about the weather. Went and got me a haircut. You know, you're gonna spend $170,000, you better have some fresh hair, you know. And the girl over at Prime does a good job trimming it up and then braiding it. I kind of messed it up right here, but you know what it is, what it is. The braid looks good though. She does a good job on the braid. So man, it's been a great couple days for me. I went over to Prime yesterday to get my hair cut, and I had about an hour to wait. So I decided to go ahead and have some lunch, and I went and grabbed my lunch and I walk over into the cafeteria area to sit down, and who's sitting there? My best friend Samson sitting there. Him and his trainer had come in, and Samson's gonna go work for Prime, and he's finishing up his training. He's got about 7,000 miles more, and we got to sit there, and I got to have lunch with him real quick, and that was cool, man. Like, just to run into somebody from your past life in a totally different state that works for a totally different company, but our companies are kind of combined. That was cool, man. It was cool seeing Samson, so shout out to him. Man, he's so close. I've never been so excited for somebody else to finish their training as Samson. And man, he's such a cool cat, and I'm so excited that once he gets his truck, maybe he and him will meet up on the road, and we'll have dinner together and get some pictures with our trucks together. So that's gonna be cool. Other than that, I've been just getting the truck set up. I had to completely uninstall the CB, reinstall it in this truck, move all my belongings into this truck. I have a few little more purchases I have to make that are not going to be cheap, but are required by DOT regulation. I have to have chains for the truck and the trailer, and or cables, and they're quite expensive. And I probably, before I leave out of here Sunday or Monday, I'll pick those chains up at Prime. Got to get some winter blades. So honestly, I recovered this truck and it had one key. So I've already spent money on this truck right out the bat. I had to go get some more keys made at Peterbilt. And anything that says Peterbilt costs more, which is cool. Our company runs two different types of trucks. We run a Freightliner or a Peterbilt. I believe that the interior of the Freightliners are maybe a little nicer, but the outside of a Peterbilt's like a Cadillac. So it's always nice to be rolling in something you're proud of, and I'm super proud to be a Peterbilt guy. I'm super proud of this truck that I bought. I will probably be a bit freak about cleaning it. But I just wanted to shoot a shout out to you guys and show you what I've been doing, what I've been accomplishing lately. In the last 6 months, I've accomplished, or longer than 6 months, probably in the last year, I've accomplished pretty much everything I've ever said that I was going to do. There's just one last thing that I got to accomplish, and I'm working on that. And if I accomplish that, I'll be a happy guy. Because I'm not going to be happy until I accomplish everything it is that I want to accomplish in life. I don't know where this motivation came from in my later years. I wish I'd had it when I was in my 20s, but it's here now, and I am getting things done. So just real quick, I was just going to show you guys the truck a little bit. Try not to. I did shoot a whole video earlier, and somehow I hit the wrong button, and it all went away. So I'm going to show you real quick. So here's my CB. And you can kind of see over here, she's all brand new. Got the tablet mounted up here. Where's it at? I can't even see here. I can't even see. Where we at here? Anyway, right here, I got my tablet mounted on the dash. Got my Bluetooth speaker up there. We be rocking out when I'm driving. Big difference in this truck. I have cubbies now above on each side. These were just little open cubbies, and now they actually have. They actually have these doors on them. Oh. So this is where I keep like all my cleaning supplies up in this one. I keep all my cleaning supplies up in here. And then I got cubbies across the top, just things I need to be able to grab. The big difference in this truck too is the upper space. I didn't have cubbies up here before in my old truck. There's one on each side. And then also up in these cubbies, there's a cup holder. And the upper cubbies in this truck also have USB outputs and 12-volt outlets, which the other truck didn't have. Got my microwave. Everything else down here is pretty much the same. The bed is actually a little bit wider in this truck, like I was saying. I wanted my kids to see. This is why I do this. This is what matters right here. Those are my kids, and my baby girl. She gave me this little clock, and she knows what that's about. It's out. And it's always going to stay right there. Like I said, the TV will go over here once I get it. I'm probably going to have to come back in here maybe in a month, maybe 2 months, who knows, 3 months. So this is the upper bunk up here. I use it for storage. If somebody were going to come out with me, I'd probably put all that stuff in storage somewhere. Honestly, my van is here in the parking lot at the terminal. I'd probably just throw it all in the van. Cool thing about this bunk, in the other truck, you had to step on the edge of the bottom bed and then just kind of jump up in the bed. This is one of the coolest features in the Peterbilt Ultraloft. Let me zoom that out a little bit. This is one of the coolest features. This ladder pops down out of the rail. So you have a ladder to climb up into the bunk, and then it literally just disappears. Now this bunk can be folded back. If I didn't have all this storage in here, I could fold it up in half. But another good thing about this truck is that I can actually sit up. A grown man can sit up. I mean, I have a lot of room between me and the top of the bunk. And the guy on the top bunk can sit up without his head hitting the ceiling also. On this side, you got the fridge. It's just a little mini fridge. I think I'm missing a shelf that's supposed to be up here on the top. I'm going to try to get that fixed. And then this is where I keep all my clothes. I put this in here so I have like everything separated because I got OCD. And I got my hanging clothes. And it's got a mirror and a little cubby where I keep the laundry stuff. And then over here you got cubbies to put, keep my shoes in there. Got these Twisted X boots that my cousin's husband Bill gave me. They're awesome. They're like super light. I don't wear them unless I'm going someplace nice. And then in my old truck I had carpet all the way. And in this truck the carpet stops in the back here by the sleeper. So it's carpeted back here and it's all rubber floors forward. Also I have windows up top. There's opening windows up top. There's a window behind this little cover here. There's a window that opens. And that's a door actually. That's a fire escape door. And then there's another window over here. I won't lie to you. I've never taken the covers off the bottom windows ever in my old truck. So I probably ain't going to take them off in this truck either. That's about it. Everything else is the same. It's got more height, more headroom. And I love it. This is, when I got into trucking, this was the truck that I wanted, and now it's mine. So it's really cool to accomplish goals that way, and I'm super proud of myself. There's a little bit of nerves there, you know. I got to make enough money to pay for this thing now. But I think I can do it. If anybody can do it, I can do it. There's no doubt. And I'm going to make more money. I'm going to bring home more money than I was bringing home before. So I just wanted to shoot you guys a quick video. I told you this was going to be a big one. We're talking like 23 minutes now. I love all my family. You know, Eric and Tara and Rob and Amber. You know, the Viking nieces. I love y'all, man. You guys motivate me. You guys have treated me so wonderful. And supported me in all my crazy ideas that I get. And I get some ideas and I just do it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm proud of it. It's all worked out. So I just want to thank you guys for watching. And anybody, if you have questions about the truck, or you have questions about trucking, or you have questions about the process, don't hesitate to hit me up on the YouTube comments. I try to follow them as best I can. If not, hit me up on Facebook. I'll definitely answer any questions you have. But all you guys have a good one. Peaceful Vikings out.